Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going to do something a little special in that we are going to break down the first of the two Planswalker decks. In case you are not aware, this is a Dormi's Might, by the way. In case you are not aware, Wizards has done some fantastic things as far as cross-promoting Paper Magic and Arena, and one of the things that you can do is whenever you buy one of the two Planeswalkers decks, which we will do the accompanying video for Dorvin next video, is that those come with codes inside the packs that allow you to claim the deck in Arena and play with all the cards. So Planeswalker decks come with Planeswalker exclusive cards, so that that's the only place you can actually get the cards in paper anyway. Now you still can redeem them for wild cards, but it's a sort of a reward, if you will, for buying products in paper and then translating them over to Arena. It's a trend I hope the Wizards continues to do with a lot more products. Like, I'd like to see those in, I don't know, deck builders toolkits. I could see them doing in bundles or fat packs, as they're supposed to be called. I can also see them doing them in booster boxes. If you were to buy a booster box, you get a code that allows you to claim 36 packs in Arena. I think that'd be fantastic. Now, it's not necessarily a 1-to-1 ratio like Pokemon does, where there's a redeeming code in every single pack. I don't think they need to go down that route. But I think the larger things that you buy in bulk, like, you know, the Planeswalker decks or the booster boxes, should come with some of those codes. So here's to hoping that Wizards continues that trend. But let's get into the deck. I've never played this one, so you're actually going to see me touching this for the first time because I wanted you to see what it was like to acquire one. So in case you aren't aware, and I can probably grab it here, I tossed it to a side. Here it is, right here. So whenever you purchase it's not going to matter because you already got the code. Whenever you purchase the pack, you get one of these little code cards here that allow you to redeem those codes in Arena. And then when you type in that code, poof, you've got a brand new deck. Oh, look, we've got new things. Let's go take a look and see what we got. So that deck will show up normally at the bottom. Where did it go? Dormi's Might. There it is. Let's crack into it. So I am playing this one on my son's account because I can't buy anything nice for myself, and if I don't buy something for him as well. So we've actually played these in paper on the table, so we're going to play these in an upcoming video to see which of the two decks does better. So Dormi's Might consists of 2 Stony Strength, which is a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, and untap that creature. It's an instant. I can see that coming in as a bonus blocker. The Feral Maaka. 2/2 bear. It's cool. Gravel-Hide Goblin comes in as a 2/1 for 2. Gravel-Hide Goblin gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It's a bit of a mana sink, but I could see it coming in play in the mid-game. Ragefire deals 3 damage to target creature. That I could see being interesting, although it is at sorcery speed, so not Lightning Strike. The Zhur-Taa Goblin. Now, we've seen this one before. Has Riot. Comes in with Riot. When Riot is, you get a +1/+1 counter. It comes in at haste. I love this little guy. This is an interesting rare. So this is one of the things I like about the Planeswalkers decks. They do come with rares and a 1 mythic. So Glass of the Guildpact, multicolored creatures you control get +1/+1. This is a cool card. It really is. This is coming in handy in a lot of decks right now. Burn Blight. Each creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. So this is a nice little combat trick to toss in. Clamor Shaman. 1/1 Riot. Whenever Clamor Shaman attacks target creature opponent controls, can't block this turn. So for 3 mana, it could be a 1/1 with haste. I don't know about that, but maybe coming in as a 2/2 and then then nixing out one of the other blockers. I could see that. Sylvan Brushstrider. Once Sylvan Brushstrider enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. 3/2. Kind of weird little critter, too. I mean, it's got horns, it's got these weird knobby legs. It's like a giraffe and a cow, almost. Charging War Boar. 1 red, 1 green, 1 colorless for 3/1 with haste. As long as you control the Dormi or Planeswalker, which you will, Charging War Boar gets +1/+1 and has trample. So very specific to having in this deck, anyway. My goodness. I still can't shake this cough. Okay. The Axebane Beast. It's a 3/4 beast that does nothing. These would be the ones that, like, where is he? The Feral Maaka. If you were to upgrade these decks, these would be the ones that you drop out. Because, yeah, they're creatures, but they don't really add much else. Frenzied Arynx, and this one's actually really cool. It's 4 mana, 3/3 with Riot and Trample, and it has a mana sink into it that Frenzied Arynx gets +3/+0 until the 0. This could be really, really good in the late game against, again, like strength decks. This is obviously not a top tier meta deck. Rampaging Rendhorn has a 4/4 with Riot, so it could be a 4/4 with Haste, or a 4 or 5/5 for 5 mana. Not bad. Bolrac-Clan Crusher. Tap to remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control, and Bolrac-Clan Crusher deals 2 damage to any target. Kind of counterintuitive, but I could see it like if you gave the +1/+1 counter and now you have other ways to pick off creatures. I can kind of see this one. Dormi's Nodorog. 5/2 with Trample. When Dormi enters the battlefield, you may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Dormi or Card Smasher, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then search it. So each of these, and I don't know if you've ever seen the structure of some of these Planeswalker decks, each of these comes with a way to get the sole Planeswalker that you have in the deck into your hand one way or the other. This is this deck's mechanic for doing so. Some of them have spells, some of them have enchantments, some of them have whatever method, but they are ways of getting the Planeswalker, the one Planeswalker that's in the deck, into your hand. Continuing on. There he is. Jamour City Smasher himself is a 6-cost Planeswalker, so these guys normally aren't the best. I think the best one that I remember was the Vraska's one from Rivals of Ixalan, I think it was. It was either Rivals or it was just straight up Ixalan itself. But she was the better of the two for her abilities as a 6 casting cost Planeswalker with 4 loyalty counters on her. His +2 creatures you control gain +1/+1 and have haste until end of turn. That's cool. His -3 deals 3 damage to any target, and his ultimate put 3 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, and those creatures gain trample until end of turn. I could see that being awesome. You also get a Wrecking Beast, which is a 6/6 trample with Riot, which could come in as a 7/7 trample or a 6/6 with haste. Either one of those is pretty scary with trample. I've seen this card talked about because this reminds me of the creatures from the movies Tremors. I don't know if you're old enough. If you're an old guy like me, you remember the old Kevin Bacon Tremor movies. They look exactly like those things. Another rare, and this one I've seen quite a bit in a few other decks floating out there, the End-Raze Forerunners, 7/7 with Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Pretty scary at 8 mana. When End-Razers enter the battlefield, other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain Vigilance and Trample until end of turn. That is super cool. And the mana base is pretty basic, 11 Mountains, 11 Forest, and 4 Gruul Guildgate. So let's go and play some games with this deck. You can tell the last time he played. Where are you? There it is. So normally with the way that it matches up against opponents, they're going to notice that you're playing with a Planeswalkers deck. They're going to play someone that's most likely playing one of the Welcome decks, hopefully. If this gets into like some of the top tier meta decks, like if I'm playing against Mono Red or something, like this deck is just not designed to hold up to that. Well, let's see what we get. Let's give it a shot. Still coughing. So I don't have a turn 1 play, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Gruul Gate and say hello. Yeah, his name in Arena is Not So Old Guy Gaming. Fountain of Renewal. Let's drop our 2/1. Do wish I had a turn 3 play. That would be nice. And Johnny's Bridemate. No. So we have no turn 3 play. We'll drop the other Guildgate. Let's try to bait him in. Can't possibly imagine he's going to block with the Pridemate. I can't believe we got a mono white life gain deck. Alas, it is what it is. He took vengeance on my critter. That's okay, I've got 2 more. Okay, so maybe this one isn't necessarily the top tier meta surviving Alright, what do we have here? Haste. I think I'm going with this one, and I'm going to grant him the +1/+1 counter, because next time I'm going to run right over his Ajani's Bridemate. Oh no, his buy-in's too big. It is at least going to buy me a turn so that he doesn't come in and get me. Luminous Bonds. This might be the welcome deck, because you never see that card played anymore. Huh. Interesting. I'm going to keep that open as a combat trick. It's not going to kill his... Yes, yes, yes. That is going to start getting super annoying. And I don't think this deck has anything really much to deal with that except for large creatures that he's just going to keep tamping down with things like Luminous Bonds. Come on, you've got more. You have to have more than just an Ajani's in there. Skyward Bloodletter. This actually looks like it might be a combination of two of the welcome decks, which is really cool. I applaud you, good sir. He's going for the life gain to build the Ajani's up. Don't really have a ton of answers to that thing either. No, I'm going to take it... no, I'm going to block. That's really disappointing because I would have had enough mana to really get this thing in there now. The Shaman. Neither one of these presents good. Good choices here. Well, let's drop the Shaman too. Give it a +1/+1. We need the all the damage we can do here. Yeah, unfortunately, that Ajani's is just going to get away from us. Who knew one Pridemate to take down the whole deck? We have bigger creatures in there, but even at that, they're getting to it's getting to the point that Ajani's is so big. Yep, not much I can do about that. I am going to go ahead and block here. I'm basically just buying myself turns with creatures at this point. Not what we needed. Yeah, Illuminating Bond, this thing is really kind of what nicks this poor little deck down. I mean, sure, he's just going to keep blowing through. Unless I get creatures every single turn, he's just going to keep crushing through here. All the while, there's nothing I can do with what he has in the air. Ten Ajani's. If nothing else, I can just throw little piddly little red bears in front of it and let them... Yeah, this one is going to be done. Spend it. There's nothing more I can do. He's gonna... Yeah, and now we're done. And that's gonna be that. Man, that Luminous Bond, I would have been able to take care of Ajani's before it got way too big. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do on that one. Super frustrating. So one of the cards I really feel like this I should probably get into this at the end, but I'm really surprised that there were 2 copies of Rhythm of the Wild in this deck. It is an uncommon, and it's super relevant for any of the Riot mechanics. Really surprised. Now, oddly enough, of course, there are two boosters that come inside those as well, and the two boosters, one of the two got Rhythm of the Wild, so that's the first card that my son put into the deck because it desperately needs it. Oh well. They are Planeswalker decks after all. Let's go play a couple more. That one let a sour taste in our mouth. I did play one of them. I think it might have been the I think it might have been Vraska's from the last one that like went undefeated when you check the video from before. I think that one did pretty well against other starter decks. Whole bunch of Gruul Gates. Yeah. Okay, let's see how it goes. Like, we're not looking for like super key combos or anything like that in this deck. I do like that I can get the Planeswalker out. That I like. Oh, please don't be mono red. Ooh. Are we facing off against a mirror match? That would be amusing. We very well might be. We might be in the middle of a mirror match. Ladies and gentlemen, the mirror match. I'll know as soon as he starts putting creatures down. No, this deck does not have Lana Wars. So we really want to go get the Planeswalker. Thank you. Now we just need one more mana. So I love that they did this. You can actually see what cards your opponents have been revealed to them. The little eyeball that's on here, you can see which cards they can see. Love that addition in the latest patch. Dragon Disciple. Ooh, this is a red-green dragon deck. We shall cast. Creatures you control gain +1/+1 and haste until... Go! Fly forth! He didn't block at all. That's a shame. He totally could have blocked. But we'll take the win. We got to cast the Planeswalker, and look at all the stuff we completed for my son. He'll be happy. Got to cast the Planeswalker and got a win. That's cool. See, this is the kind of stuff. This is kitchen table magic as far as I'm concerned. This is like the stuff that I do with my kids all the time. We have these pre-made decks. Sometimes we get the Planeswalker decks. Sometimes we'll go to Card Kingdom and get their pre-made ones. That's a free plug for Card Kingdom. They have a whole bunch of cool little pre-made decks. We just literally just grab decks at random and toss them onto the table, and those are the ones we're going to play for the night. This is what this reminds me of. This is good old-fashioned fun with Magic. Not competitive by any stretch of the imagination. But sometimes playing Magic isn't about being competitive. Sometimes it's about playing a game that you love and having fun with it. Interesting. We got a whole bunch of toys here, just not enough mana to cast them. Having that blue concerns me. Impassioned Ornator. You would think that this is more of an aggro. Ooh, interesting. Sure. I'll just gain that life right back. Thank you very much. Non-creature spells. Haha. Which one am I going to go for next? Sentinel's Mask. Really? No, I'm going to take that. That's interesting. We're going to put the +1/+1 counter on it. Make it bigger than his toy. Got a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be awfully big here in a second. Divination. I have no idea what I'm playing against on this one. I don't know. I don't think this is one of the... No, this is a collection of just stuff. Let's go for this one. Take the +1/+1 counter. I'm going to wait till I can give a sucker trample. So it's nice to play a blue-white deck that isn't all about control, I must say. Alright, so let's see what happens. Make sure to kill it. And let's drop a goblin. There's a nice little trick right there. He thought I was going for that. Very nice. It's interesting because you can tell whoever Luna is, he or she has rares. They have good, interesting cards. This is just not a... It's not built to be a competitive deck. It's just a fun deck. Let's go in with all of them. No, I don't like the idea he can kill that. The 5/5 trample. Oh, he's got block with block. Interesting. Inspired, like they have. This is one of the arena only decks. Interesting. Do I go with... Yeah, we go with haste on this one. So I attack here, here, and here with all the trampling creatures. That's an interest. I don't even know how you get that card. I'm really curious about that. What do you do? Oh, that's cool. Again, these are arena only. Good on you. I don't know how you get those cards. Like, you can't redeem them. I'm really curious about this now. I don't think that they're in the welcome, or the... I keep saying welcome decks, because that's, you know, that's the free decks that you get from playing arena and leveling up on that one, but I'm really curious as to how you get the arena-only cards in a standard deck. I've got to look that up. That's really interesting. All the creatures. We've got all the creatures. Not one, but two cards that we've seen that were arena only. That has me scratching my head. I've never seen that before. I mean, so normally you see these arena-only cards in the very opening free-to-play version of the game when you're just learning how to play the game. You play against other predetermined cards, predetermined decks. And they have the arena-only cards. What costs 4? Until the end of your... Oh, interesting. No, I'll hold off. I've never ever seen that card play. That's interesting. Aww. That was the one to get rid of, by the way. Okay. Oh, he's gonna win on that. He's gonna win on sleep. I wonder. Can I do that and untap that creature? Sure can. Six plus 3 is 9. That's still not going to be enough to kill him. But it's going to keep me alive. Yep, he's going to wait. Burn on mana, and we shall go. Yeah, let's see what happens. We're going to say you can't block, sir. That's right. I've got tricks too. Excellent. So that was a ton of fun. I'm going to really, in between recording this and my next video, look into how he had arena-only cards in his deck. That's really fascinating. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you are a new player in Paper Magic and Arena as well, and you're looking to get some interesting cards, pre-made decks, things like that, I highly, highly recommend the Planswalker decks for that purpose. I myself buy them a lot because, well, I have 4 children. And we do a lot of kitchen table magic. These decks are not the most competitive, but as you can tell, when played against other decks of similar power, they can be a ton of fun. And that's what the game's all about, is having fun with some friends, with family, and playing Magic. That's what I enjoy. So anyway, do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your favorite Planeswalker deck of all time. I know I have a couple that were my favorites. The one I can think of, a Lily one that I really enjoyed. If you are so inclined, by the way, there is a Patreon as well. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.